Hello, so this is Mushu. This is one of our dogs that is visiting Canine Security and he's going home tomorrow. So we're going to give him a good groom. We have a muzzle on him as when we brought him in today he was a bit nippy, just afraid to get in the bath. So just for unpredictability reasons we're just going to muzzle him just to be on the safe side. But he seems a bit calmer since he's been in the bath. He's panting quite a bit, so bit stressed, but he's not as bad trying to jump away, so we can work with that. He's quite matted on the back, so just before I start washing him I'm going to try get the mats out because we can't get water on them as they'll just get tighter to the skin. So I will start by shaving them off and then we will go ahead and wash his coat and then dry him out. You can see here we've quite a tight mat. The mats is when the hair gets stuck together and it gets tight to the skin. This doesn't allow oxygen to get through to the skin and can cause hot spots underneath, which would be red marks, which would hurt the dog after a while. So it's best if you see any mats on your dogs to get them shaved out as soon as possible, just for your skin or the dog's skin to breathe as normal. So as you can see, as the matting comes off, it comes off all clumped together as one piece. The hair should be separate and fine, but this shows a deep matted coat, so it'll be a good releasement now to get that off. I'll be using Dirty Beastie mixed with some Super Dry so we can get a good cleanse on his coat and then also get through a lot of the hair with the dryer decently, as he's quite thick coated, so we want him to dry out fully to refrain from any more matting. So I've just shaved off the matting that we could see on top of the coat. I'm just going to brush through the rest of his coat and take out any loose hairs. And then I will see if there's any more places where the brush is getting caught that will indicate under the fur matting, and I'll try to get as much of that out as possible before I bath him. I think it's just his undercoat, his bottom area, that's giving a bit of de-shedding, so we'll use some de-shedding shampoo as well. No. He's going to be very lazy and sit down for a lot of this groom. Most of the bigger dogs will just chill for most of it. Yeah, so this is a lot of hard muck that's dried into the back of his legs. So I will try get as much of that out with water so we can keep as much of his coat as possible, but anything that struggles to come out in the bath will have to be shaved off afterwards. Just from brushing out his coat and having a look at his undercoat, there's quite a bit of dirt that's underneath, so I would say that he's kept outside usually, not in a house, so he's quite dirty and stinky. So we'll try our best to get as much as that out as possible. I'm going to mix a few shampoos together to give a good deep cleanse, but he may need to be washed more than once just to really rinse out that coat. Not the worst. I think it might be just the hair, it's not actually mats. Yeah, I won't get that. It's too wet. So I've mixed 3 shampoos together. We have De-Shed, Dirty Beastie and Super Dry. So I'll mix them up and I will mix it with water, get it through his coat, and we'll probably do a full wash and then we'll do a second wash just to make sure that all the dirt is out from his undercoat too. I'm just brushing through the coat with the shampoo and water just so I can get deep in there, and this will also take out any of the undercoat that's loose that didn't come out when I was dry brushing. Sorry, buddy. I know. After a good long 2-hour bath, we are there and we have him fully cleaned out. All mats are brushed out or taken out with the clippers. So we are just going to bring him in now to dry his coat and see how he gets on. Good. Let's go. Good boy. Well done. Yay. Up. Because we shaved off the mats, you can see there's red on the skin where it hasn't been breathing. This is because of the hot spots that are left behind after the matted coat has been shaven off. I have some hot spot soothing spray and anti-itch which will soothe and cool the skin. So I'll just spray a little bit over this area to not irritate with the dryer as it's going to be warm. I'll try not dry directly on this area as well to keep him feeling cool and not irritated. So it's important when your dog is matted to get them off as soon as possible to refrain from this happening to their skin underneath. He's quite calm. I think he's tired, so he's definitely taken well to the dryer, so that's good because he'll be a big job to get done. So we're going to go through and brush him and dry him at the same time to get any more loose hair out and just to make sure that he's fully done underneath his deep coat. Use some fast dry spray just to get through the coat and have him dried off a bit easier. Then a deep tooted slicker brush just to get through his coat. Any of the other ones that are quite short would only do the top layer. It won't get under to the bottom layer of his undercoat, so we want to get in as deep as we can, but making sure not to press too hard on the skin. Three and a half hours later, we have the groom done and he's feeling much fresher and lighter. Thanks for watching, and you can subscribe to our channel.